Hello everybody, it's time for another garden update. I'm afraid that today we might get ourselves a big massive storm. They're talking about the possibility of hail, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that this particular garden update doesn't become my before shot in the whole before and after picture, what happens garden before hail and garden after. So we're just gonna, hope that the garden gods are nice to us. The cucumbers, again, they're coming along really well. That's one of my little babies right there. I think it's doing really well. There's a bunch of them on there. The fruit themselves haven't seemed to get a whole lot bigger, and I think the reason why is that I haven't really done anything to stop the growth of the plants yet, so all the energy really is going into the plants. They're just starting to put on a little bit of fruit. I still want the entire bit of the hoop to completely fill up. You can see there that it's filling in pretty good, but up top it's still just a little bit sparse. So I kind of want that to be just a little bit more filled in before I decide to do something different with it. So over here we've got the tomatoes. They seem to be coming along really well. If you can get in here and we can look a little bit close, there you see a few fruit that I've got on the vine there. And let's see here, hopefully we're not moving around too much there for you. We look right there, there's one you can kind of see through the leaves, and then we look over here and there's a whole bunch of them right down there. And so, as we kind of look over the whole thing here, I got a whole bunch of fruit that's been set on, so that is just absolutely fantastic. Was having some issues, they all kind of started to fall over, so I read that, one of the fixes that you can do is to just take some t-shirts and you cut strips out of the t-shirts. So all I've done on the t-shirts, let me see if I got one of these that maybe we can see a little bit better here as we're going around. I guess I don't have anything tied up over here. Let's sneak over the other side. Sorry about the shakiness here. There we go, we can see that. So basically all you do is just kind of tie a little bit of a knot around there, and I brought it up and tied it off on the hoops that I have, so it seems to be doing okay with that. We'll see if that ends up being enough for it. There's another little group of tomatoes right there, see those? Then we got another little one right here. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Check you out, aren't you awesome? Some down here. The thing that scares me just a little bit though, I got these one of these in before I move on. Right here, those are my little cherry tomatoes. So those are some of my favorites. I love just coming out here and picking those and eating them right off the vine. But something that scared me a little bit here, came out here yesterday and was looking around, and I found a worm on one of my plants. So you always got to be careful. You got to identify what kind of worm you have. And I had a yellow striped armyworm. I suppose this close to the fork, it only makes sense that you have armyworms, right? And put some treatment on here. The stuff smells really bad, but it's nice and organic. It's just a fungus, and the fungus just ends up eating the worms themselves, so that's fantastic. The peppers are starting to come along a little bit better. Still a little bit small. I think that they might had some damage too. You can see there, that's got a little bit of damage on it. This one was pretty much mowed off the ground, so I think that maybe those, either the armyworms, or I had some cutworms that were in here because I saw a little bit of some plain white moths flying around. Might have very well been that. The eggplant seemed to be coming along pretty well. Once they decided to start taking off, they did good. Oh, looky there, let's see if we can see this. I have a good garden helper right there. I don't know if you all can see that or not. Got a little bee. The stuff that I put on here, the little fungus stuff that I put on here, is supposed to be one of those things that doesn't hurt anything else. It only hurts the bad stuff. So I'm hoping not, because I really dig bees and I don't want to hurt them at all. So they seem to be doing really well. When we're looking at the summer squash here, let me see if I can get down in here so that you guys can see this. The summer squash I had a little bit of some trouble with. I was having some blossom end rot on the summer squash, and I took them all. I've already taken those all away. We got 2.5 inches of rain here last week, and it's just been really humid. So from my readings, what I've been able to find out is that blossom end rot really affects your plants when you get too much rain and they're not able to take up calcium. That, and these leaves are growing like crazy, so I need to do a little bit more research yet and make sure that there's not something else that I could do as far as that goes. If you look at the zucchini though, the zucchini are climbing like crazy. There's one right there you can see, and I pulled its bloom off. I was hoping that maybe I could stop the blossom end rot if it was happening on that. There's another one right there that's growing. We've got another one right up here that's growing. So And one last one right there. So we're starting to put on a lot of zucchini. I'm sure I've got a lot down here, you know, in there as well. So that's what we got going on there. The zucchini's coming along pretty well, so that makes me really happy. And last but hopefully not least, I decided to put a couple of Crenshaw melons in, and I got to be careful that my squash don't end up taking over my melons, so we're gonna pull that one away. I don't know if this bed's gonna, you know, be big enough to where it can do the melons and have the squash in it. The squash are really far along already, so they might end up, you know, taking all of the nutrients out of the soil that I need for those. But hey, it's worth a try. You never know. You know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and I had this whole half of the bed able to do something with. This one here, this is my gourd plant, so it really is starting to grow a little bit too. I haven't really seen anything come off as far as, well, I guess that's not true. There's one bloom right there. I don't know if I need to have another plant to be able to make it so that these things will take off, but if I do, then we'll see a nice little gourd plant that doesn't have any gourds on it. All right, other than that, I think I'm done reporting, so hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.